Following the discovery of 2 bodies in the Haven area over the last few weeks, we can now confirm a 3rd victim has been found. The body of Catherine Edaz was found in the early hours of this morning. Given the condition of the bodies, the police have accepted the likelihood that these heinous crimes are being committed by one individual.
Miss Kelly, I'm sorry that we have to do this now, but can you tell me anything that may help me? Terminating this interview at 10:06 on the 30th of September 2011.
Miss Kelly, I'm Tom Baker. I'm the bereavement counsellor here for the police. I've been working very closely with the victims' families. If you do want to speak to someone, speak to my colleague. It's very good. We're done here.
Hello, Miss Jeanette Kelly. I'm sorry for your loss. I'd like to ask you some questions for the paper.
I really don't know anything.
Well, that's okay, that's okay. People just want to know your side of the story.
What sort of things do you want to know?
Right. Well, firstly, what sort of state was Miss Eddowes in when you left her?
Well, we'd been out for a drink, but...
Then she was drunk?
I didn't say drunk. She was fine when we left her.
We?
Me and my friend Mark.
I see. So, after you walked her home, then did you and your friend go your separate ways?
He walked me home and that was it.
Hang on. So, with a murderer on the loose, your friend decided it would be wise to walk home alone under the influence of alcohol. Unless he didn't feel threatened.
What do you mean by that?
Do you actually know that Mark went home? Miss Eddowes clearly went back out again after you left her, and if, as you say, she wasn't drunk, it seems to me that somebody she knew must have goaded her back out.
That did not happen.
Do you know that? Seems perfectly feasible to me.
Look, I think that you better leave.
Listen to me, Jeanette. I know that you know something. And I will find out what it is.
Picked up a paper recently? They would know. Instead, they're wasting their time chasing frivolous leads.
What would you have them do?
All I'm saying is, it's all very well and good having men on the ground, but this guy, he's smarter than that. He's showing it. They need to be more forceful chasing their leads before another body turns up.
Well, thank you, John. More voice discontent against the police's efforts to catch this monster.
Hi Jeanette, it's me. I've seen the papers, Mum's been freaking out. I'm just ringing to make sure you're alright. I was thinking maybe you should come and stay with us, you know, just until this whole thing blows over. Alright then, well, please call me.
Earlier today, we
talk to John Grieve about the horrible string of events taking place in the Haven area. Here's our extended interview with the former police chief.
Police can always do more. What we need is not just information, but smart information, timely, the sort of it may be nothing but sort of information. These things don't get solved by the police, they get solved by witnesses and scientists. And
police can do very little except draw deeply troubled Victorian author Thomas the psychological profile of Jack.
We can now clarify those reports because the police have confirmed the discovery of a fourth victim. Whilst details remain sketchy, we do know that the police believe this to be the fourth victim of the serial killer who is being referred to as the Haven murderer. Dan Rowan is at the scene.
Here at the scene, the police aren't releasing much more information. All that is known is that the body is of a female and of a similar age to the other victims. She was found near a path in Henley Wood at around 6 this morning. Apart from that, not much else is known.
Target?
Yes. Please, call me Graham. I find titles so formal. You must be Jeanette.
Yes. Would you like a drink? Graham.
Sorry. Tea would be lovely. Milk, 2 sugars. Do you live here alone, Jeanette?
Yes. Why do you ask?
I just wondered why someone would keep all the lights on in the middle of the day. Why did you ask me to come here, Jeanette?
One of the police officers said that you've been helping those who've been affected.
That doesn't answer my question. Why did you ask for me?
I needed to talk to someone.
Okay. What's on your mind?
Catherine. Whether there was something I could have done to help her.
There was nothing you could have done, Jeanette. What happened to Catherine was not your fault.
They don't seem to think so.
They don't know anything. They will do anything to sell their stories, even if it means terrorizing a young woman like yourself.
They only left this morning.
Only to chase the next headline. Tell me, Jeanette, how did it make you feel knowing that they were out there watching you?
Violated. Scared like a
Victim. You are a victim. Of them. This. But you don't have to be. They will be back. But this time you'll be ready for them. The first thing we need to do to make you ready is turn this off. They love it, you know. Love it. The public become transfixed with the idea of a killer on the loose. Trouble with the news is, it's always about someone else. Until it's you. I see our journalist friends haven't returned yet. Must still be busy pestering someone else. Why are the lights still on, Jeanette?
Just makes me feel safer.
I understand those vultures out there don't help matters. But you're in no danger here.
How can you say that with a murderer out there?
Because I've studied him. It's not his nature to come inside. He wants the world to see his work, not to hide it away. Let's go for a walk.
No.
Jeanette, listen to me. I won't let them get to you. Now let's take a walk.
Okay.
What do you fear, Jeanette?
Him. This monster that's out here.
You're not the only one who's afraid, you know. And I'm not just talking about women. The police are afraid too. You've seen firsthand what he's done to this place. And the press circle like...
Vultures.
Jeanette, will you tell me what you saw that night?
Mark and I walked her home. I saw her walk through the front door. There was no one else around. The only thing I can think of is that he must have already been in the house. And that we left her with him.
But they found her in the streets.
She left us and went straight to bed. I know, Catherine, she wasn't stupid. She wouldn't have gone out on her own. He was in there.
Why didn't you tell the police?
I left my best friend in a house of that monster. I wasn't going to let the world know that.
I'm sorry, Jeanette. I have to tell the police. This could change the whole course of the investigation. I'll meet you back at the house later to resume.
You really don't...
I insist. I'll see you later.
Although it is believed they have been murdered elsewhere and moved. Due to the pure brutality of the killings, the police have warned people to stay off the streets at night, as patrols are to treat anyone as suspicious.
I have to tell the police. They don't know anything. You are a victim. I won't let them get to you. Jeanette, because I've studied him. He wants the world to see his work. Until it's you. I'm so sorry, Jeanette. You will all be writing your stories about my latest gift for you, without a care in the world for who Jeanette Kelly really was. If you had actually taken the time to know her as a human being rather than a headline, she would have told you the key to catching me. You have rightfully lost that chance now. Like vultures, you take the scraps I have left you. But I'm afraid I must sever ties. This will be my final gift for you to spin however you like, as I've now seen you for what you truly are. Jeanette Kelly was a young woman who simply wanted to grieve in peace. A basic human right any person should be offered. Instead, you hounded and harassed the poor woman. I know this may sound hypocritical, but on the contrary, I relieved her of the burden you placed upon her. You made her a cheap headline, whereas I made her immortal. And to think they call me a monster.